Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
Today we are on location, as you can tell. We are at Hollywood Studios at BaseLine Tap House, which is one of our favorite places to hang out whenever we're here.
So this is our first actual lounge review. We're excited to incorporate the lounges into this series. We thought we'd do something a little bit fun on at least this one, maybe the future ones. We'll see how it turns out. I don't really know. It's kind of blinding looking out into the sun. But we decided to record the intro here at BaseLine Tap House. We are here just before it opens, so we will be one of the first in lines to experience everything they have.
We rope dropped BaseLine. There are several different food items that you can get here. We are very familiar with the Bavarian pretzel, which is $10, and the California cheese and charcuterie plate, which is $13. There's also spiced almonds on the app for as far as food goes. I know that they've had this like puff pastry in the past. I don't know if they still have that or not, but we're gonna get a sampling of everything.
I've heard very good things about the puff pastry, so I would like to try it. We have not eaten breakfast yet, where this is gonna be like kind of a combo breakfast, lunch, early dinner type of thing. It's kind of fun right here. Like, this is a great spot, especially if you get here like early on. You can get a really good table, so we have a great view of Donald and Daisy meeting guests across the way. They have a brand new drink stand that they just finished. I don't know how long ago, but the last time we were here, it was construction walls over there, like on your way over to Muppets. You do have umbrellas here as the seating goes. The ambiance here I really, really dig, especially with the background music, but it's never too terribly loud in this little courtyard. It does get progressively worse as they get busier, so all the tables do fill up rather quickly. That's why we're here when they open, because you can have your pick of the place. They do have some seating inside, I will show that, but not a ton.
Yeah, and it gets particularly busy that mid-afternoon time whenever it's really warm. People want the shade, they want a drink, they want a snack, you know, so that's whenever it gets really, really hopping. But there are lots of lovely beers on tap and some beverages that we can get as well, so we will showcase those later.
All right, we will do the wrap up of this like we normally do at home in the studio, but for now, we are going to wait on this guy to open up, and we are going to sample probably all three items.
Whatever they got.
Well, everything they got, so we will be back. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, look back at this summer night. This summer night, this summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We'll never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
All right, we have ordered. We did do a little bit of work before ordering everything, so it is more closely to lunchtime, but we got the perfect table. So, what did we get and what is beeping?
All right, so we got everything that they offered, right? So first, one of my favorites is this charcuterie board. Oh my gosh, it is so yummy. It's got lots of different options on it with meats and mustards and breads and cheeses and grapes and pickles. So good, but the true star of the show here is this pretzel. So it comes with like a beer cheese and a mustard, and then we've never actually gotten these before.
So they are spiced nuts. What do you call these?
They're
things?
spiced almonds, which they're, you know, kind of reminiscent of like the roasted almonds, but they've got a little bit of like a different kick to them, which I really kind of appreciate. It's not just overly sweet. It kind of has a little cut to it.
They're definitely sweet, but Really good.
Yeah.
When you come to BaseLine Tap House, you have to get something on tap. So they have a lot of West Coast beers on here on tap, and then they usually have some added things. I didn't go in there. You ordered. Do they have anything new?
Not that I noticed. I was toying between the hard cider and the Golden Road Hefeweizen. I went with the Hefeweizen. It's quite good as usual. You can also get a flight of 4 5-ounce pours for $13.25, which is a really good deal, I feel like. So if you want to kind of just have a sampling of things, you could do that too.
Was it totally crowded in there?
No, it wasn't bad at all. But I mean, it's pretty early, so.
It's still pretty early. It's just before noon, but you could still get seats inside.
Yeah.
Okay. The goat cheese good. I always love this pretzel. This is one of the best pretzels on property. This or maybe Germany and Epcot. The cheese is just standard cheese. I actually prefer. It's not like artisanal beer cheese. I feel like the cheese used to be better, but it's okay.
All right, we are going to devour this, finish our beverages, and we will finish this up at home.
All right, we are back.
Before we dive into this first of our lounge series, if you're looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We plan Disney destinations, Universal Cruise Lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
We absolutely love BaseLine Tap House, mainly just for the hangout vibe and ambiance. Spoiler alert, it's pretty good. I did ask about the beef puff, which was something that we had heard a lot about. We've been there many times when it was there and just never got it. Unfortunately, it is not there anymore. It is not on the menu. And the lady behind the counter said that they were supposed to get something to replace it, but it has not arrived yet. She did not tell me what it was, so we missed it. We missed our window. We missed the boat. We missed the boat.
Missed the boat. But they do still have the charcuterie board and the pretzel. And then they've got some spiced almonds too, which we had for the first time today. So we will get all into that here shortly. Let's start with ambiance.
Ambiance is fantastic. Everything from you can sit inside, you can sit outside. The outside tables, the majority of them have umbrellas over them. There are some like high boys, and there's like a kind of a bar around a tree that you can kind of sit at like bar stools. Not many places to hide from the sun in the early hours of BaseLine Tap House or the later hours of BaseLine Tap House, just depending on the season and when that sun comes and goes. Other than that, it's like located perfectly, kind of in the heart of Hollywood Studios. So it's right there by Star Tours on your way to Galaxy's Edge, kind of down and around from ABC Commissary, and right next to, in fact, BaseLine Tap House used to be the Writer Stop, which was attached to Sci-Fi Dine-In, and we love that restaurant, so check out that dining review. If you go in and you look up to the decor that they have, kind of like off to the side of the bar, but on that same wall that the bar sits on, you can see Writer Stop spelled out in letters, so there's a nod to the Writer Stop, so that's fantastic.
It's really cool. We are looking at lounges probably slightly a little bit differently because they don't necessarily always have as much to offer as a full-blown restaurant has, but we love the ambiance here at BaseLine Tap House and just love to be outside and under the little umbrellas, and it just feels fun. People watching, I've literally looked at Donald and Daisy most of my day today, which was fantastic. So we gave ambiance a 5.
I also appreciate that inside, this is one of the few few lounges, but few quick service locations where you just walk in and grab a cup of cold water. Like it is its own station. You just walk in, grab a cup, and fill it up with ice cold water. So that's fantastic as well.
Theming. So, it's like themed to this like California-esque style. Like, you have the drafts from California, the open outdoor seating, all of that stuff. We really love it.
I do also love the nod to Writer Stop, so there is that nod to the history of the space. Other than that, like there's no like over the top like characters or anything like that, so it's not just crazy themed, but I appreciate the nods. I appreciate the laid back vibe. We gave theming a 4.
Service. So service was great. Whenever I walked up to the counter, you walk up to the counter and order. I I talked to two of the people behind the bar, you know, and they conversed with me. They were lovely. They were pleasant, very friendly. Somebody came by and took our plates at one point, like our trays with our food on it, and took care of it for us. So I think service here is wonderful. They're always just very pleasant and upbeat. So we gave service a 4 as well.
It's kind of like hits a sweet spot in there between being like a full service lounge where they're waiting on you and taking your order, and being more of a quick service like bar.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere in between there. So I do appreciate the service. They're always super nice there, but they do clear the tables, and they wipe down the tables and everything so that people can get in and out and all that stuff. So I do appreciate that.
And whenever we've been there before and it's been like rainy and wet, they'll come by and they'll dry the tables and chairs, which is really nice.
Let's talk food. We don't really do drinks on we do need to do drinks on lounges in general, but this is not craft cocktail type lounges. This is just, it's a tap house, so everything is on tap. The wine is on tap. They did have a cider, like a blood orange cider in there that was on tap. So it's not like you're getting like these handcrafted cocktails or anything. So we're kind of sticking with ratings on this one, but we'll kind of lump the drinks into the food overall. So just the F&B program. So the drinks, like I said, they do have wine on tap. You can get flights of the beer or the wine or whatever. The beer is great. It's like West Coast beers primarily. And so Stone is what I got. I got a Stone Delicious, which is, I mean, it's a fantastic brewer. I love Stone. And what did you get?
I got the Golden Road Hefeweizen. They also have a mango cart, which is really good.
That's good.
But we have that. We actually have one in our fridge out here, so I didn't get that today. But the options I think for beer are nice. The food options are very limited. I mean, literally, it is the charcuterie, the pretzel, and those spiced almonds.
The spiced almonds were not my favorite. So I ate one and it was very, very good. It was sweet, but also had like a hint of savory in there. But then there were clumps of almonds where like whatever mixture they put in there like got clumped up. It got hard. Like it was like
teeth breaking.
Almost painful to eat.
Yeah.
And it was too much of whatever they had in there. So it was just overpowering. You need just a little bit of coating on the outside of an almond. So the majority of it needs to be almond with a little bit of the coating. But the big clumps were not great. So that was half of whatever you got. So honestly, the almonds were not my favorite. That was probably a little less than average. The other two things were fantastic. Again, we didn't get to try the beef puff, but the charcuterie board was fantastic as usual. It's pretty much a staple. It's kind of, it just is what it is. And the pretzel is just kind of is what it is, but it's done very, very well. I feel like the cheese used to be better. I feel like the cheese used to be more like a beer cheese. This is just like your normal cheese that you get anywhere in the park, just like a heated up, reheated cheese.
Yeah.
So that one. So honestly, like food, I would have. For the pretzel. Food, I would have given a little bit higher of a rating had it been, I just feel like it's gone downhill a little bit, but still good.
Yes, still good. And I think the lack of just options, we have to kind of dock it in that a little bit, just because, you know, for dietary issues or whatnot, there's not a ton of choices here. So that really limits a lot of people. So all that to say, we gave food a 3.5.
If you add all of that up and divide by 4, it is a 4.125, still a very, very respectable score. We love lounges in general. We love just going to the parks and working, and we did that for a couple of hours here. So after we did the review, we opened up our laptops and just did some work. It was wonderful. It's nice to just people watch and to see Donald and Daisy meeting guests, and to just enjoy the atmosphere with the background music and just the noises and sights and smells. And you could hear like the Indiana Jones explosions going off in the background, because that amphitheater is not too far away. So super, super fun. We will definitely be back. Obviously, we love this place. We'll be back for sure.
Yes, for sure. So if you're liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.